Hi everybody in section C. I hope you're all doing well in these wild times. Here I am from what is now my new office, and I am going to be walking you through the substitute assignment for our meeting, which we were supposed to have on campus today, but as many of you probably already know, we have suspended the in-person meetings for the rest of the semester, and instead you'll be finding substitute assignments on D2L. So basically, couple announcements before we get started, just to get everybody on track. Okay, the second exam is open right now. It covers chapters 5 through 7, and it's open until Monday. I extended it all week in light of the situation we're all facing. Make sure to get on D2L and take that exam. I did post a study guide, and I also want to remind you that it is open notes and open book. So don't forget about that. Make sure to get on D2L and take the exam before it closes. Paper number 2, the final version, is also due on Monday. Okay, none of these deadlines have changed. So if you haven't already, make sure to submit your final paper to the D2L folder by our deadline. Today, our meeting is going to focus on cognitive development, and specifically, the assignment is going to involve you getting a little bit more familiar with a famous theory of cognitive development put forward by a Swiss developmental psychologist named Jean Piaget. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to walk you through the basics of how to complete today's assignment. And the slides are going to be posted directly underneath this video. I have posted my PowerPoint slides that you should walk through in addition to using your textbook to basically complete a worksheet where you're going to be describing and characterizing the different stages of mental development that infant, kids, and young adults go through over time. Let me just go ahead and pull up my slides here really quick just to get everybody started. Let me share my screen. Let's see, here we are. Okay, these slides are available below this video. I'll put my face right up here. Okay, so you should be walking through these PowerPoint slides, and you'll see those posted right under the video, as well as a worksheet that you should download. You're going to be completing that worksheet and then uploading it to the Meeting 5 activity folder. I'm going to keep this open all the way until Monday to give everybody a chance to get this done. Okay, so what do you need for the assignment? You need to go through the PowerPoint slides, and you also need to complete the worksheet. Now, in order to complete this assignment, the slides are going to be really helpful because I've put some different video links that you can click on that shows these kids in different stages of mental development, and you can see kind of firsthand what kinds of cognitive tasks they are and are not capable of at different points in the lifespan. So the videos are really cool because they show you actual kids in these different stages. Also, chapter 9 of your textbook is all about human development, and there's a specific area completely devoted to Piaget's theory of cognitive development. I highly recommend you pull that up and you use your textbook as a resource as well while you're completing the worksheet. Okay, just to kind of get us started here, again, Piaget is a famous Swiss developmental psychologist, and all of his research really focused on how thinking develops. The field of developmental psychology is all about how our psychological functioning develops and evolves over the lifespan. Piaget was curious about how thinking capacities develop and evolve over time, and he did a ton of work studying the mental capabilities of children at different points in their life. He came up with a series of really creative and ingenious tasks and challenges that exposed the mental capabilities and limitations of children at different points in time. And he ended up proposing a famous stage theory of cognitive or mental development. You might remember the word cognitive just means thinking. Okay, so he was so interested in how thinking develops. How do we think about the world and reason about the world around us? And you'll see a picture of him here. He's no longer alive, but his theory is still very present and very applicable in our society and world today. And he proposed that individuals basically pass through 4 main stages or phases of mental development. The first stage is known as the sensory motor stage, from birth to about 2 years old. Keep in mind that these age ranges are averages and that there is individual variability here. The next stage was known as the pre-operational stage, from about 2 to 7 years old. At that stage, we see certain capabilities present as well as certain limitations. Then from about 7 to 11 years old, children pass through the concrete operation stage. And then finally, the formal operation stage, which can start anywhere from about 11 or 12 through the rest of adulthood. So these are the 4 phases of mental development put forth by Piaget after his extensive work and research studying this topic. As you go through these slides, I'm asking you to complete the worksheet describing how children in the sensory motor stage are viewing and interacting with the world. Okay, I've included some videos here to help you out in addition to your textbook. You're going to want to directly click on these links and watch these videos, hence why I'm posting the standalone PowerPoint slides. Okay, and I have some images here. The pre-operational stage, give us a description of what kids can and cannot do in this stage. And again, there are some different videos for you to watch to help you. Okay, so you're going to be going through the concrete operation stage. Okay, can you give us a characterization of what children are doing in this stage in terms of Piaget's theory? Okay, more videos. I think the videos are really cool because they just show real kids in these stages and sort of bring life to the theory. And then finally, the formal operation stage. Okay, what kinds of thinking processes do we see at that point? Okay, I've included some critiques of Piaget's theory that you can look through. Okay, and you can also find more information in the text. Don't forget, I also have lecture videos in the book as well. Okay, and I talk a little bit here about Lev Vygotsky, a Russian psychologist. Okay, he really emphasized how young people learn through social learning. Excuse me. If you look through Piaget's theory, you'll notice after you complete the assignment that most of his interest is how young kids interact with objects. Lev Vygotsky focused more on the social piece. How do young people learn from teachers and tutors and parents? What's the whole social contribution in terms of our mental development? And you can also read more about him in the text as well. Okay, so the meeting 5 assignment is, again, to go through the slides, watching the different videos, and to use chapter 9 of your textbook to basically outline Piaget's theory. Let me show you the worksheet really quick. I'm going to switch over my screen. Let me stop the share really quick. Thanks for bearing with me. There's a lot of adjustments happening with everything going on. Oops. Just have to pull up this worksheet. Desktop. And just give me 1 second. Okay, now I should be able to share it with you. Okay, here is the worksheet. It's just a Word document. Okay, and you're going to basically be answering these 5 questions, basically giving a description of the cognitive abilities of children at different stages in Piaget's theory, and then listing a criticism against the theory. So you should be typing your answers below. Bullet points are fine. There's no need to write long-winded essays or paragraphs here. I just kind of want to see that you can characterize these different stages of development. Okay, so that is going to be our assignment. If you are ever working with children in any kind of capacity, I think that an understanding of this theory is really applicable. The kinds of expectations that you have for kids really do depend on how old they are and what kinds of cognitive capabilities they have and do not have at that time. So I do think that this is very relevant for anyone interacting with kids in any kind of setting. And I hope that you find this theory interesting, and I will look forward to getting your assignments in. Okay, we're gonna leave this open until Monday, so keeping it flexible for everyone in light of the situation that we're all experiencing. I hope that all of you are doing well and staying as sane as possible in these crazy times. And I am here through email. My office hours are being held online, as well as the TAs and preceptors. If anybody needs any help, just please contact me. Okay, hope you're all doing as well as possible right now, and I will be in touch soon. Thanks.